Hello and a very warm welcome to our continuing coverage of the AFC Champions League. It's Al-Fayha versus Ahal in Group A, live from the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium in Riyadh. And both of these sides know a victory is absolutely imperative if they're to have any chance at all of qualifying for the knockout round. There you see the table. Al-Ain at the top are already qualified. Ahal or Al-Fayha, if they can win their last two matches starting today, they just might give themselves a shot at being one of the best second-place teams. Remember, the top 10, or the 10 group winners go through as of right, and then the best 3 runners-up from each of the 2 regions, East and West, will go through. This is a West region match, and a draw's just no good to either of these teams today. They have to win. Both have had, in truth, pretty disappointing Champions League campaigns up to this point. But, as I say, still possible that they could turn things round. If we look at Al-Fayha first, well, they are sitting on just 3 points, propping up the group. Their only points in the campaign came in a 2-0 win against Paktakor. That was on match day 2 back in October. They lost the reverse fixture against Ahal 1-0. That was the first match of their campaign in Group A. And they lost twice to Al-Ain, 4-1 and 3-2. And they're not having a particularly good season domestically either, as we look at their coach, Vuk Razovic, who just made his way towards the dugout. Serdar Geldiev is the Ahal manager, incidentally. And Al-Fayha not really having a very good time of it domestically, despite Vuk Razovic's smile there. They're currently 8th in the Saudi Pro League, 19 points behind the leaders Al-Hilal after only 14 games. They've only won 4 of those 14. They've drawn 7 of them, so his job today is to try and find a way past an Ahal side who just have 1 point more in the group than the host team here, mainly because they won that reverse fixture I mentioned on match day 1. Their other point came with a draw against Paktakor on match day 4. That was 3 weeks ago, and they lost twice also to Al-Ain, 4-2 and 4-1. Ahal are currently 6th in their domestic league, but they are 31 points behind the leaders, Arkadag, who've actually won all 18 of their league games so far. It's an amazing record. As for Ahal, just 7 wins and 8 defeats in their 17 matches to date. And that's a bit disappointing, considering that they won their first ever national title last season, having been runners-up 6 times since 2014. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, but they did win it last year. Not been a great defence. In fact, to win it, they had to break Altyn Asir's 8-year stranglehold on the domestic title in Turkmenistan. Made their Champions League debut last season, Ahal, but finished bottom of the group. Just 1 win from their 6 matches. That is Serdar Geldiev, the Ahal manager, who's had a couple of spells here as a player. Actually won 5 titles when he donned the Ahal shirt, and he was an international as well for Turkmenistan. Stadium that holds 22,000. And there's Razovic, the Serbian. He's been here a couple of years. Actually won the Serbian league at Partizan when he managed there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and 3 Yugoslav titles as a player. So both these coaches decorated as players. Sometimes that can be frustrating when those you're then in charge of maybe don't quite have the ability that you had yourself as a player. So, the AFC banner coming on, and that will be followed by the officials and the players. Ahal are a much newer club than, much younger club than Al-Fayha. They were only founded in 1989. Al-Fayha, on the other hand, go back to the 1950s. They're one of the oldest clubs in Saudi Arabia. And they've also long had a reputation for nurturing young players in the region. Won the King Cup for the first time last season, which ensured qualification through to this Champions League group stage. It is their debut season in Asia's premier club competition. So the handshakes before the action begins here. A little look at the starting 11s. That's the Al-Fayha side, and the man maybe to watch for is number 9, Anthony Nwakemi, who's 34 now, the Nigerian striker, but he still has an eye for goal. More than 100 league goals in his career to date. Two skippers in the middle. That's Helman Tagiev on the right-hand side. And on the left, his counterpart, Mohamed Al-Bakawi.
Okay, Luke, this field, all for you. All the best. All the best.
And in charge is Ahmed Alali of Kuwait. And just a reminder, VAR is in operation today. We have two Kuwaiti gentlemen monitoring the technology for you. And the man you just saw shaking hands in the middle, Helman Tagiev, could be the key player for Ahal. He scored the winner when they beat Al-Fayha on match week 1. 34 now, but still one of the key men in the Turkmenistan's team's lineup. Any 5 substitutes can be used, incidentally. We look at Sardar Geldiev and his Al-Fayha counterpart, Vuk Razovic. So just to reiterate, both sides really need a win here. Draw won't be good enough. Even with 2 wins from their last 2 games, they still have to hope results in other groups go their way, but they seem jovial enough, the Al-Fayha players. Referee and officials just waiting for the clock to tick round to the top of the hour. Love to have something to play for on match week 6, the final match week, which is a split match week, incidentally, next week and then the following week. There's Fashion Sakala there, the Al-Fayha striker. So away we go then in this Group A match with Al-Fayha all in orange, or orange and blue, attacking the goal away to our right in this first half. And no doubt looking for a fast start. They haven't really had that. They've been a little shot shy, truth to tell. And they're 4 matches so far in the group. But who knows, 2 wins turn everything around and you start again from fresh. That was Al-Fayha with an early touch. The centre half, they are playing three at the back. Here's Al Safri. Will sit just in front of the back three. Does protect them very well and also makes the occasional sortie forward. Well, that was a little bit short. Just about got there in the nick of time, Al-Bakawi. And that's going to be an early free kick for the home team. Was really talking up his team's chances, Vuk Razovic. Interview he gave before the match. Said, yes, you can learn from your defeats, but I don't think that's going to be an issue today. We'll see whether his team can do his words justice. Square ball from Al-Rashidi, who's only 5'7", but he plays as one of the three centre-halves. This is Aniyev. He's basically a striker converted from a midfield player, and a couple of times I've watched him, he sometimes has a tendency just to play maybe a little deeper than his manager would want. Old habits can die hard. Wakami will chase, but well, that was a little bit loose. They did well in the end to play themselves out of trouble. Looked for a moment as though they might be in a spot of bother. That's not a bad ball either for Tagiev, who's got two waiting in the middle. It's a good ball in, and the header is off the post, still bobbling around. And eventually behind for a corner. What a chance. I think it was Abdurrahmanov who came in with the header. Yes, it was. Defender just did enough to put him off. It would have been an own goal, I think. But he had to make a challenge. Otherwise, Abdurrahmanov surely would have scored. And not the most impressive of follow-ups either. It wasn't even a corner. It was scuffed over the top cleanly, as it were. So that's an early scare for Al-Fayha. Positive start from that man's team. Got one in the face there, I think, Colonel Kami. Hope it didn't hit him right in the eye, because that wouldn't be good. Ouch. Basimov was just trying to get it clear and straight into the Nigerian's face. It looks to be okay. Oh, defenders nearly left it to each other. It's not a great ball back to the goalkeeper either by Al-Khalaf, and in the end Al-Qasr just had to get it out of harm's way. It was Abdurrahmanov closing in again on him. Hoxha Mammadov. Now Diniyev, one of the more creative of the Ahal players. You can see what he was trying there, just to curl it in behind the fullback. Didn't quite manage it, but a nice idea, and they've got a throw. Well, he certainly seems to have sent his team out with a positive intent, Serdar Geldiev. Hoxha Mammadov. They're being allowed rather A lot of space as well, much more than I think Luke Razovic would want. Couldn't make anything of that opportunity though. All the way back to Rustem Aliyev. Young keeper, he's only 21, Aliyev. That's a nice touch by Nwakemi. Just couldn't go on with it, Sakala. Roger Mamadov. Diniev. They do tend to play a patient passing game, Ahal, under boss Geldiev. Don't see them hit too many long balls, I don't think, this evening. On the header well did Nwakemi, and good covering from Ata Geldiev, who's now in his third spell at the club. Been back for 2.5 years. Offside decision against Sakala. Nicely controlled by Abdurrahmanov. He's had a good start to the game, the number 30. Oh, nice piece of skill. And he delivers as well, and it's going to be the first corner of the game. Got round the back very well, Abdurrahmanov. Lovely little body swerve there just to get a yard on the defender. Wasn't quite purely hit by Tagiev. Goalkeeper decides to go long. It was Basimov's header. Sakala went for the return, but the shot was way off target. Applauded by Nwakemi, but I think that was just for enthusiasm. Certainly wasn't for accuracy. Literally was near the corner flag, that one. Does have 6 for the season, though. Fashion Sakala. The referee gets in the way, so it's going to be a drop ball. Should be the goalkeeper's ball. Only here in June, the goalkeeper, Ahmed Al-Qasser, began his career at Al Riyadh. He's actually pretty short for a keeper, 5'10" these days. Kind of used to them all being 6 foot plus. Very experienced though at 32. Well, certainly no exaggeration to say his team could be a goal up. They've had 2 or 3 excellent situations of Ahal. Abdurrahmanov. Let's look the star turn so far. See the confidence flowing through him as well. It's asking an awful lot of Diniev, though. I know he's quick, he's not that quick. Al-Khalaf. Bit of a sloppy ball that, wasn't a hard pass to execute. Well, that's a bit of an unconvincing clearance, to say the least, from Soyunov. Got away with it. Sliced right off the outside of his boot. Abduramanov. Well, that's a bit of a giveaway also. Al-Safri. He's the kind of player that can put his foot on the ball and start to direct operations in midfield if he's having one of his good days. Maybe not the most consistent performer, you'll see, but when he's good, he's very good. Well, there's no flag here. Mandash, good cross. What a chance. Sakala couldn't take it. He fizzed the ball in, Sultan Mandash. Just about onside, I think. Sakala would have been fine. He came from behind the ball. He should have done much, much better. That really is a wasteful volley from inside the 6-yard box. Sent it sailing way over the top. First time that Ahal have really been caught defensively. He's found himself outnumbered there, Umarov. Bakawi. Launches it long again. Al-Kasa. Abduramanov. He fancies another run down this flank. Nice layoff for Diniev. Mamadov. They do build well from the back. Umarov. One criticism maybe is that they don't have a cutting edge when they get into the danger zone. See if they can change that today. The cross is just a little too high for Diniev, but it will be kept in by Abduramanov. Trying to tease and torment again, but it was a theatrical fall, but the referee was convinced the player was caught, so it is a free kick for Ahal. Clearly see the contact there. Now, can they get the delivery right here? Been the busier of the two goalkeepers so far, Ahmed Al-Kasa. Not sure he would have expected to be. Free kick is driven in, spectacularly punched away for a corner kick by Al-Kasa. So it will be Tagiev who'll take this corner. Referee just having words, I think, with Diniev and the goalkeeper. Tagiev has taken the corner short, just to change the angle maybe, but now he's running away from goal. I don't think he got that right at all, and they've been forced back to halfway and all the way back now. On the charge again here. Al-Khalaf. Now Nokemi. Just about everyone back defending for Ahal. Maybe didn't quite move the ball as quickly as they wanted to, but Sakala has found a way through. And he's won the free kick right on the edge of the penalty area here. In some ways, might even be just too close in terms of someone being able to get the ball up and then down again in time. Yeah, that was the first foul there. There's the second one, looked like it might have been inside the area. Nonetheless, an opportunity here for the hosts, who've been second best so far, without any question. Chance to test Rustem Aliyev in that Ahal goal for the first time. Nokemi obviously fancies this. Well, they are checking. I did mention that to me, it seemed as though it might have been inside the box, so they're checking this. And the penalty has been given. Well, there seems to be a little bit of confusion here, but I'm sure he's given the spot kick. I think some of the other players, some of the Ahal players were saying there was a foul on one of them before the incident. And probably just over here, the referee saying they've checked both of them. Well, that final trip was definitely inside the box. It was Basimov who tripped his man. So now, having thought he was about to take a free kick, Nokemi from 12 yards. And smashes his team in front. Looked like he knew exactly what he was doing there. Found the top corner. And against the run of play, you'd have to say, Al-Fayha have the lead. Really was a no-nonsense spot kick by the Nigerian centre-forward. Goalkeepers don't save those. 5 for the season now, and that's 2 in the Champions League for Nokemi. Goal scored in the 20th minute. After that trip on Sakala. By Basimov. And that's a bit of a scuffed clearance in the wrong direction by Al Safri. That will be a free kick for the visitors. Now, what can they conjure up from this, Ahal? I think he'll accept that his team are a bit fortunate to be in front, Vuk Razdovic. Well, in the end, they're happy to concede the corner. Wasn't the best of deliveries, truth to tell. So it will be Tagiev to deliver again from the far side. The in-swinger. And it came off the boot of Abdurrahmanov. Still haven't got it properly clear. Al-Fayha still bobbling around inside the area. And in the end, the shot never going to test Al-Qasr. It's Gurbanov, the fullback, who doesn't get many. It's the main summer signing. The right back from Koperdag in July. He actually used to play as a striker before kind of converting himself into a wing back. Too high for Nwakemi. There was a little bit of a coming together between him and his marker there. That's the youngster Umarov who took a bit of a bang, the 22-year-old midfielder. Free kick taken quickly, but to no great effect. Thought about a quick release, Al-Qasr, and then immediately changed his mind. Well, the defender misjudged the bounce. Sakala going in. Keeper made a decent stop. It was trouble all of Ahal's own making, though. Aliyev to the rescue for the visitors as Sakala ball down. He rather scuffed the shot. It was pretty much straight at the goalkeeper, but made sure that he got his body in the way. Past the midpoint now of the opening half. Al-Fayha in front, although maybe somewhat fortuitously so. And that's been handed here to Mandash. And now Nwakemi clips the top of the bar. Well, he might have had a hat-trick. We've only played 24.5 minutes. Wasn't the greatest of angles. He got the power. Just flicked the top of the bar. He's played all over the world, Nwakemi, in Romania, in Israel, Hungary. He has won one cap. It was back in 2017, and he says he thinks he should have had a lot more. He certainly knows where the goal is. He's scored pretty much every club he's been at. This is his 8th club now. So 4 shots apiece, but the one stat that really matters, top left of your screen, or it was. 1-0 Al-Fayha lead. Here's Geldiev. Abduramanov. Al-Safri. Nice the build-up down that far side. Don't think Sakala can get that, though. First corner for Al-Fayha, which Mandash will take. Two poised to run in at the edge of the penalty area and towards the near post. They got the flick. It was half away by Diniev. And in the end, harmlessly behind for a goal kick. Really was a dangerous delivery. All the way through. Mamedov. Abduramanov. That was a bit loose, and that's surely going to be a free kick, and he might be fortunate to escape a card here because that was pretty cynical. The tuck back by Mamedov came about when Abduramanov lost it. Just too much on it, I think, although the goalkeeper decided to stay at home. Sure, he could have come out and got that. In the end, the cross was harmless enough, but sure that was the best decision Aliyev's ever made. I mentioned he's not the most experienced, the Ahal keeper. Abduramanov. Mamedov. That was a little late, but they still have the ball. Referee played a good advantage on by Umarov. That's Tagiev. Trying to get Abduramanov in again. Goal kick.
Coach. Inside, please.
Interesting, you could see Razovic there. The coach was on the touchline having words with, I think it was Osama Al-Khalaf. There were a couple of players down there. He's clearly seen something he wants changed. Trying to get a message out there. On the charge again, Abdurrahmanov. Mamadov. You can see again, they do knock the ball around nicely, but it's just that lack of penetration in the final third that at the moment is costing Ahal dear again. It's a nice ball in for Aniyev. Goes down, referee says penalty. And it looked a pretty straightforward decision as Gurban Aniyev looked to have the beating of his man. It was clearly contact, and having conceded a penalty, Ahal now have the chance to literally level the score. Yeah, the definite contact. It was Al-Rashidi with the foul.
يا كابتن لو سمحت أنا بعرف كل شيء. أنا حكم كمان مش ولد. هاي بشوف عادي. أنا حكم حبيبي. لو سمحت هاي مو شغل.
So it will be Tagiev who scored the winner when these teams met on match day 1. If you're just telling Al-Kasa he can't come off his line, he can move along it, but he can't come off that line, otherwise it'd be a retake. Well, they certainly deserve to be level. Can Elman Tagiev be as deadly from the spot as Nokami was for Al-Fayha a few minutes ago? Always worry when they decide to re-spot the ball like that. Here comes Tagiev then with his left foot, and it's saved. Wasn't the greatest penalty. He didn't look particularly confident, I don't think, when he walked up to strike it. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. I don't think it's going to be a reprieve for Tagiev. Well, it looks like a retake. It is a retake. So that's either because the goalkeeper moved off his line, and he clearly did. I was going to say there may have been encroachment. I think there was that as well. I did say at the start before he took that kick, if the keeper comes off that line, officials are told to be very strict. You can see the Al-Fayha players still, in fact, they're saying encroachment. Frankly, it could have been for either scenario, because when we saw the replay, not only was the goalkeeper Al-Kasa off his goal line, but there was at least one defender and was well inside the penalty area. It wasn't even close. And as I say, officials have been told to clamp down on this. So, another chance. Can Al-Kasa save again, and this time can he keep his feet on the goal line? Tagiev again then. A lot of pressure on this, having just missed, albeit with an unfair penalty, but that was emphatic. Absolutely buried that. And it's 1-1. .36 minutes gone, And certainly they deserve to be level on the balance of play. That was the foul by Makir El Rashidi on Gurban Aniyev. And that was hammered. If anything, that was even more decisive than Mukami's penalty we saw earlier. Either way, it's one apiece here in Riyadh. Hardly a match seems to go by these days without some kind of VAR controversy, but I think that was fairly clear-cut. We saw the replay of the first penalty. Keeper did move, and there was encroachment as well. That's a pretty poor challenge. Ceremoniously dumped on his back, Aniyev, after Al Rashidi's attempt at a tackle. Sakala. Wakemi. Good feet from Al-Khalaf. Wakemi took it down wonderfully well. Sakala. Whistle's gone. Well, it wasn't the greatest pass in the world. You can see the frustration out there. I don't think Al Safri's alone amongst the Al-Fayha players. They know that they've been well below their best so far, having taken the lead. Now they've been pegged back.
Captain.
Sakala weaving a way through, but that's harmlessly out for a throw. Wasn't the worst delivery, actually, if someone could have got on the end of it. No one really gambled. Just back on his heels a bit there, Wakemi. Given away straight to El Bakawi. Now Mandash. Conan. Sakala. Made himself a yard. Goalkeeper was always covering that near post, I fancy. Just about got the job done there, Hojimamadov. Otherwise it would have been gifted back to Al-Fayha in a dangerous position. They got away with it. Umarov. Abdurrahmanov. I think he got the ball, Galdiev, but I think he to play the man to do that. Makemi trying to get Sakala in behind that back three. Soyunov with the clearance. Well, that's a giveaway as well to Tagiev. Just a bit too much on the pass. There was an offside flag up in any case, wouldn't have mattered. Important interception there. He had to stretch Al-Rashidi to make it, and he did. And the chance to deliver wasn't the most convincing header either, and that wasn't the best clearance. They've just looked a bit rushed. It was Al-Rashidi's header that went in a completely different direction from the one in which he intended. You might have a few words to say at half-time there, Vuk Razovic. And he went for the give and go, Hoxha Mammadov. Just all a little bit tight in a very crowded area, just on the edge of the box. Went from Al-Safri, but no one there or that far forward in an orange shirt. Well, that's left Hoxha Mammadov in a heap. And I think the goalkeeper's going to put this out. In fact, doesn't have to. Referee has stopped play so that the Ahal man can get some treatment. You could hear the thud of that challenge right there. It was Al-Safri who delivered the blow. That was the first penalty. Dispatched, no problem at all by Nukemi, 19 minutes in. And this was the second one. And having had one attempt saved, that was the retake. You won't see too many better penalties than that, especially under pressure, having missed the one where the goalkeeper came off his line to make the save. We're playing 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half. We're already into nearly a minute gone of that. Both teams still guilty of giving the ball away rather too easily. Here's Nokami. Waiting on this near side is Al-Khalaf. Got that all wrong. Stretch to try and cut that out, Diniev. Here's Mandash. Just for a minute, it looked as though Tagiev might be able to get the better of his man. Not quite. He's dangerous though, the 34-year-old. Does more than just take penalties. Aliev didn't quite get his bearings right, I don't think, with the jump. This one for Sakana to chase, but he won't catch it. So moving to the last minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Probably on the balance of play, if it does finish 1-1 at the interval, that would be about right. But Ahal will be far the happier of the teams because Al-Fayha came in pretty warm favourites here as Abdurrahmanov tries to make himself a nuisance again down this right-hand side. It'll be a free kick. Referee, I don't think, has looked at his watch yet. Al-Khalaf. That'll be a free kick. Taken quickly. Now, is there room to turn? There is, you know. That's a great goal. That's a really sweet finish. Right at the death of the second half from Fashion Sakala. And Al-Fayha have their lead back. Really was a sweet turn and precision placement into the corner. It was virtually the last kick of the half, and it sends the home team back to the dressing room on a real high. Terrifically taken by Fashion Sakala, the 26-year-old Zambian, finishing that first half in real style. A half in which his team took the lead through Anthony Nukami's penalty 19 minutes in, after a trip on Sakala by Basimov, Ahal got back in it when Al-Rashidi fouled Aniyev. Tagoev's first penalty was saved, but then VAR ruled the goalkeeper Al-Qasr had moved off his line, and Tagoev made no mistake the second time around. But Sakara has had the last word right at the end of the half, and it means that at the break, the score is Al-Fayha 2, Ahal 1. Well, a warm welcome back to the Prince Faisal bin Fahd Stadium here in Riyadh, where it's 2-1 Al-Fayha over Ahal. Very late goal right at the end of the second half from Fashion Sakala to give the Saudi Arabian side the lead. That is Serdar Geldiev, the Ahal coach. He'll be very disappointed his team are behind at the break. They certainly gave as good as they got in that opening period. But it's that man's team who have the advantage. Just waiting for the time to tick round.
أنا سامعك هاشم سامعك سامعك
So away we go in this second half. You're just joining us, all in white. Ahal, the visitors, attacking the goal away to our right in this second half. They should be buoyed by the way that they played in that first period, albeit the scoreline doesn't reflect the effort that they put in. Into Anayev, who won the penalty, from which Tagiev equalised, only for Sakala to have the last word. Here's Gurbanov. No changes, by the way, to either side's line-up at the break. Soyanov is last man back. Roger Mamedov. Tell you what, that is a magnificent ball. Just slightly spun away from Abduramanov, because at one point looked like he might be able to take that on and would have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Al-Fayha. Roger Mamedov again. Tagiev. Thought fleetingly about the shot. Now Gurbanov. Nice control by Basimov. Now Gurbanov. Well, the goalkeeper initially looked like he had held his nerve and was a little fortunate that the clearance found a teammate. Gurbanov was waiting on that right-hand side, didn't use him. Might be involved now. Here he is. It's nicely taken on the chest, just fractionally went away from Tagiev, but he was offside in any case, so it wouldn't have counted, wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, just. Wasn't much in that. Well, really shouldn't have been allowed to reach Mandash. Al-Safri. Well, that was a no-nonsense challenge if you were putting it diplomatically. It's okay. Absolutely thundered into the tackle. He got the ball, did Al-Rashidi, but you've got to be so careful when you tackle like that. Just get it fractionally wrong and the referee can be reaching into his pocket. First time we saw Aniyev look a little disappointed there. Maybe he hasn't had the kind of service that he would have wanted. They've had a lot of the ball. Ahal, it's the away side here. Defender just hesitated for a moment. In the end, Soyanov was able to slide it clear. calm under pressure there, Al-Rashidi. First time they've hit a really long ball like that, actually. Not the kind of pass that Sakala's really looking for. He wants it to feet. Hit long by Semirot. Al-Khalaf was dispossessed. That's a good ball for Sakala. He's quick, and he's got a trick or two, has the Zambian. Couldn't get his cross in. He does it the second time of asking, though, as well cleared. Safri. Well, that's a lovely, just too close to the goalkeeper. You could see out the corner of the screen that Sakala was homing in on it. Thought he'd actually delivered a better ball than he did. Umarov could see exactly what he was trying to do, get Gurbanov free from that right wing-back position. Safety first policy employed by Soyunov. Chance to deliver here. Just skimmed off the top of Conan's head. And they still haven't got it properly clear. Rescued by Hoja Mamadov. Good feet. Taguet. Better, much better from Ahal. Goalkeeper always comfortable. Had that been on target, you suspect. Conan. Mukemi. Oh, you heard it and you felt it. And the first yellow card, inevitable after that challenge. Basimov at least is okay. This is Basimov, has obviously recovered. Amazing, he didn't need treatment actually after that.
98.
Confirmation that Gislan Konat, the Ivorian, has been carded for that challenge. It's on a season loan here from Al Nassr. He does have 28 caps for Cote d'Ivoire and they don't give them away. Sakala trying to make a nuisance of himself again. Defender just about got a foot in. And here's Geldiyev. Waiting on this near side is Konan. Sakala. Konan again. Look at the space he's got here. Can he pick out a cross? Nearly fell for Nokemi. Not a bit fortunate there. That was semi-desperation stuff at the back from Ahal, and they can't get it clear either. The referee says no penalty this time. And a good look at that. He was in the perfect position. Thought about putting the ball out of play, but I think they decided not to. And that's entirely their prerogative. The referee thinks it was a serious injury. He can stop it, but he hasn't done that. Well, that's not like Elman Tagayev at all. Well, let's have another look at this penalty appeal. Well, I think you'd be hard-pressed to say that Kurbanov's done much wrong there. The referee got that right. Nokemi. Intelligent use of the football. Al-Bakawi. Kurbanov was in the way. So we've played for an hour here in Riyadh. It's 2-1 still for Al-Fayha, and Sakala is on the chase again, but he won't catch it. Soyanov. Kurbanov. Well, somehow Watt found its way through to Tagayev. He wants handball, he's going to get it. So free kick here in a threatening position for Ahal. Clearly put his arm out and diverted the path of that ball. Very particular, Ahmed Al-Kasser, as to exactly where he wants that wall. Certainly taking them long enough over it, isn't it? Tagoev is usually the main man over these set plays. Hodja Mamadov is there as well. It's Tagoev. Not a bad effort, just wouldn't quite come down for him. Amazing, we've had 62 minutes and neither coach so far has made a change. Gives you some idea of the fragile state of the lead that Al-Fayha have. Ahal playing well. Serdar Geldiev not wanting to change it yet. Vuk Razovic happy with the 11 he's got out there also. Gurbanov. Tagiev. It's a nice ball. Umarov. Referee says play on, you've still got the ball. That wasn't a bad delivery in either. It'll run out for a goal kick, but almost perfection. A little slide rule pass to try and pick out Diniev. Always seems to have time, doesn't he, Anthony Nwakwami? It's a very good trait to have. Conan. In for Hodja Mamadov. And that was a little bit sloppy, and so was that. And they've given Ahal another free kick. Wasn't the greatest challenge from Al-Khalaf. You could see his frustration. Shouldn't have even allowed Aliyev to get in there in the first place. Brought his man down, and so now we have another potentially interesting situation here for Ahal. Committee of 4 over this one. Tagiev and Hodja Mamadov there as well. Well, that was the slightly dummied routine, wasn't it? It was neither of the protagonists He'd expected to hit it, but in the end it was deflected and very comfortable indeed for Ahmed El-Kasa. Now away goes Tagiev. Support from Gurbanov. Wants the give and go, and he's got to it as well. And the corner conceded by Al-Rashidi. It's excellent play from the fullback, Yazgil Gurbanov. Another look at the free kick routine. It wasn't a bad routine, it's just that Soyunov didn't really strike it with authority. However, it's a corner kick for the visitors, who make their first change. Come back to that in a moment. Ravshanov is certainly one of those who's come on. Here's the corner. The whole way through, beat everybody. Won't be able to reach that, or at least not to keep it in. I think it did go for a goal kick. Yes, it did. Just confirming that double substitution then. Ravshanov is on, who plays centre midfield. Also Meredov, who'll play up front. And Aniyev and Hoxha Mamedov are the two players who've been withdrawn for Ahal. Past the three-quarter mark of the contest. And the scoreline the same as it was at the break. 2-1 in Al-Fayha's favour. But it looks like a semi-precarious lead at the moment. Certainly think they would want a third. Almost a question of whether Al-Fayha stick or twist at the moment. Do they try and protect the lead? Do they try and get what would probably be a decisive third goal? Not really in Vuk Razovic's nature to sit back and settle for what he has. Still 20 minutes to go, plus presumably another 6 or 7 minutes of stoppage time, as seems to be almost ubiquitously the case these days. No foul, taken on by Umarov. The youngsters had a good game in midfield. Promising build-up again, as Tagoev goes on his own, and the tackle was a fair one. Sakala. In fact, it's Conan, the fullback, who'd put himself into a really advanced position there. It's about the first time we've seen him in advance of Fashion Sakala, the winger. And that will be a free kick. They've had a lot of those in the second half for Ahal. Plenty forward for this. Oh, that's a poor delivery. Might get a second chance though. They've still got 5 or 6 waiting in the box. If they can deliver, It's a nice trick from Geldiev. Finally, the cross does come in, well dealt with by Al-Rashidi. Little flick from Ravshanov. Just about the substitute's first touch, I'd reckon. Is there a way through? Not quite for Abdurrahmanov. Sakala. Does he fancy a run against Soyanov? I think he does. Fancies a run against anyone. Got a second chance here, working from the byline. And the defender will get the free kick. It's clever play, actually, from Basimov. Just made sure he got his body in between Sakala and the ball. Tagiev. Meredov. Safe hands from Alcácer. Will be a free kick. Possession is exactly 50-50 at the moment. 8 shots for Al-Fayha, 7 from Ahal. Both teams with 3 of those on target. Has been a pretty tight contest. He's in trouble there with the bounce, Soyanov. And here's a great chance, and that is it. That'll settle it, surely. Not very impressive defending is the first thing to say, but a very tidy finish. Sultan Mandash is the man who's got it. He was in trouble there as soon as he let it bounce, Soyanov. Sakala for Mandash, and that's 3-1. Lovely play from Sakala. Mandash kept himself onside and kept his composure to just slide it beyond Aliyev. And that should seal the points, you would think. And not only that, but also exact a measure of revenge after Ahal beat Al-Fayha by a goal to 0 on match day 1. They're just checking to see whether he did, in fact, stay on side. Two Kuwait officials are in the VAR chairs, and they'll be telling Ahmed Alali very shortly whether Mandash managed to stay on side or not. Always an anxious wait for everyone when this happens. Goal given. Still battling away, Meredov. Well won by Basimov. Now Tagiev. Umarov. Ricochet favoured Ahal. But they are really up against it now. 3-1 down. It's like a triple change here for Al-Fayha. Conan is definitely one of those coming off. Al-Khalaf is another. And Wakemi also has been withdrawn. Take you through those have come on in a moment. So that's a triple substitution. So Al-Hati's come on. Just break off because they've got an interesting situation here. Oh, it just came off the defender's heel with Onyekuru, who has momentarily been on the pitch, waiting to pounce. Now at the other end, it's Diniev on the charge. Still going, Diniev. Keeper did well and scrambled behind, and I think he saved the corner as well. So Al-Hafi has come on. He'll play in the centre of midfield. Onyekuru will go up front. And Zaidan will take up a holding role. Meanwhile, here's Taguev. The free kick has gone against him. And that's white. Can't believe this is too serious a knock, to be honest. Clearly onside, and an excellent finish from Sultan Mandash. It's just come on, Zaidan, so hopefully he'll be able to continue. Otherwise, that really will be a cameo. Well, no quarter asked or given there. I think it was a fair challenge from both men. The referee saw it that way. Basimov has come off for Ahal. And Mamiev, defensive midfielder, is on in his place.
Substitution for Ahal by number 5.
Well, I think they should have had a free kick, and I think they had a case too. Geldiev it was who was hauled down, and instead it's a free kick here for Al-Fayha. Geldiev's clearance. Kept alive by Gurbanov. That's a nice touch. That wasn't. That was short from Meredov. Just come on. Sometimes it can take a little while just to get into the pace of the game. There was an early pass on there for Mamiev. Just didn't spot him, Taguieff. Umarov. Goalkeeper just about made it. He had to as well, because the defender, I think, was not going to be able to keep up with Onyekuru, who's quick. Doesn't have much support there at the moment. So Ahal bring it away again. You've got to admire the way they've kept on coming at their opponents. Scoreline, I don't think reflects the effort they've put in. All the balance of play as that goes harmlessly out for a goal kick. It's like that Serdar Geldiev and his men will go back to Turkmenistan with not a great deal to show for their efforts. Just one match remaining in the group. Sakala hit the defender's heel. Now here comes Mamiev. He's just come on and should be full of running. Defender did very well. Stuck to his guns there, Al-Qaidi. Umarov. Al-Qaidi. Not the best ball in. Now Onyekuru. That's an excellent challenge. Perfect timing from Gurbanov. That wasn't the perfect pass, though. Just have to see it through now. Al-Fayha. The last 3 minutes of this contest, plus whatever amount of time is going to be added on. Looks like we're going to get another change here. It's Mohammed Al-Bakawi who's coming off, and Yusuf Hakawi coming on. Straight swap, one centre half for another. Not exactly rushing off the field, but walking at a reasonable pace, that's fine. Did that go out for a corner? Don't think so. Would have been a freebie if it had. Tagiev, thought he might have had a shot first time there. Did fall to him quite invitingly on the edge of the area. Soyanov didn't really have that many options. Tagiev. Tagiev again. Gurbanov, standard of their crossing really has been decidedly average today. Ahal. That's a better ball from Gurbanov. That was much, much better. Good defending from Hakawi. He's just come on. Tagiev. Yeah, I can see what he was trying to do. Mamiev is trying to weave a path behind, but now there's a counter-attack on, led by Sakala. That's a good ball. Keeper just about got there. So all eyes on the official, who says 6 minutes of added time. Well, that's a dangerous ball in. Just couldn't get the touch, didn't he? You could see him thumping the turf in frustration. Very close to making contact with that. And from that range, I think he would probably have scored. That would have set us up for a grandstand finish.
رقم 17
Gurbanov. I think there's too much on that for Mamiev to get anywhere near it. Jabeya's coming on for the last few minutes here. Who's the striker? Had a good game, Sakala. Scored that excellent goal right at the end of the first half that really put Ahal on the back foot. Just about get to this, will Mamiev. And he'll get a throw as well. They need much more than that, though. Need a minor miracle at this point. And that's harmlessly behind for a goal kick. 3 minutes of the 6 have passed. I think we can probably safely say the points are secure now for Al-Fayha, but if they can win their last group match, you just don't know. Unlikely, because remember they started bottom of this group. They're going to move to 6 points. I just don't think, even if they win the last match, that 9 would be enough to get one of those runner-up spots, but they have to keep trying, they have to keep believing. Well, that was a giveaway. That really was telegraphed, and here come Al-Fayha looking for a fourth here. It's with Jubeir. Well, he could have had a shot there, Zaydan. That was very unselfish. Oh, well, the goalkeeper was completely wrong-footed there for a minute. That could have been one of the softest goals you ever see, because the shot was mishit and it very nearly embarrassed Rustam Aliyev. Gurbanov gave it away. So Dan, as we move into the last minute of time added on, there might be a little bit more added. We've had substitution in the additional period, 2 substitutions actually. It's going to be a free kick and it's going to be a yellow card as well. Challenge born out of frustration more than anything else. Abduramanov is the man carded. Full time here in Riyadh, and it's a welcome victory for Al-Fayha. First half was a tale of 2 penalties and then a brilliant finish. Wakemi put Al-Fayha ahead, only for Tagoev to equalise after a retaken spot kick when the referee ruled via VAR that Ahmed El Kassa had moved off his line. Sakala, though, in the last seconds of the first half, gave Al-Fayha the lead back, and then 15 minutes from time, Mandash strolled through for a cool finish to make it 3-1. It means that Ahal's race is over in terms of any possible qualification. Still a faint hope for Al-Fayha, but they'll have to win their last match and hope other results go their way. Final score here in Riyadh: Al-Fayha 3, Ahal 1.